Super Truckers? It's Trey with Rhythm Trucking coming back at you with another video. As you just saw, that clip I just posted was a delivery I did today in Kansas City, Missouri. It was an 11,000 pound load coming from North Carolina, somewhere near the coast. Don't even remember. It was way out there though. So it was an 11,000 pound load of like some sort of foam rolls. I think they were going to go on the headliners of cars because they do the Ford headliners at the facility I delivered to today. And so I was going to talk about my experience delivering in a cave. As you saw from the video, I didn't film a bunch of footage in there because I was actually really busy. Once I got there, I was having trouble finding my delivery route because the map that they sent me showed to enter at gate 8600, and when I called them, they said come in at 8800, and the map was a little confusing. So I thought I went in one entrance, and I was reading off the map from going in there. Turns out I came in on the bottom at a different entrance that's the same color, and so I ended up going the right way. But I was like way down here versus way up here on the map is the only way I can describe it. I'll actually throw a screenshot of the map, but I'll have to blur the customer's name out and everything just for privacy reasons. So you guys can see that. So I came in on the bottom and I needed to be at the top of the map where it'll say, you'll see it when I post it. Finally got through that. Wasn't much room for trucks, so like if somebody was coming the other way, you had to wait and let them pass. There's like a lot of trucks lined up in the way, so you had to go around them without hitting anybody or anything. And then it was actually really interesting because it was like 70 degrees in there. It was cold, it was wet, it was really slippery. And I'd never seen anything like this because I've never delivered to a cave. It's like the inside was blasted and drilled out so that they could basically build a warehouse with roads in there. I mean, it's like the perfect doomsday bunker if that's what you're into, it seems like. So that was really cool. Got in there, had to make a really tight, basically an S-turn. So I was coming in, had to turn here, but there's a massive rock pillar in the middle of the turn, and I had to go right and then back left around it. There's just enough room for your tractor and trailer to fit through there. So once I got through that, my delivery was right on the left. Ended up docking me where there was no other trucks, thank God, because they put me right up against the wall. They were like at one point with my trailer docked, there was only a couple inches between my doors being open and the rock wall. So it was really tight. Backed it in, got it lined up, but the bad thing was the foam padding that they loaded me with, super lightweight. They loaded the trailer front to back, top to bottom. It's 11,000 pounds. Well, the load had shifted while I was driving because this stuff's so light and it's just like silk. So what happened is I opened the doors and I noticed the top 5 rolls were leaned up against the door. And so I was like, that's gonna fall. I have to be really careful. And there's a slope. I had to back into a downgrade. So that's what I backed into, and it was basically, once I started backing, I lightly applied the brakes because I was trying to not let those rolls fall out, and they came flying out of the back, all 5 off the top row. So I stopped. They were super lightweight. Thank God they were wrapped in plastic. I rolled them out of the way, backed it back in, and got in the door, talked to the receiving manager. He's like, dude, it happens all the time. You know, they're super like light, so they don't hold in place at all, and they just slide right off the back because of the grade that they have in there. So we picked them up, loaded them. I hand loaded them onto the other door. They opened the door, and I laid them up on the dock, and then moved them inside. Then they unloaded me. Unfortunately, I couldn't have the truck running, even though it was cold in there. I'd worked up a sweat moving everything around. Picking the rolls up, because even though they were light, when you pick them up, they were like 5 feet long, you know, and they get more heavy when you actually had to lift them and shit. So did work up a sweat, but I wasn't able to turn on the air conditioning, but it did cool off, thankfully. By the time they unloaded me, got out of there, went out a different exit than I came in. It was literally like way closer. And that was really good. So that was an interesting delivery I did today. First time I've delivered to a cave, probably won't be the last time. Hopefully next time it's not as, well, it wasn't a difficult journey. Sorry, there's a truck pulling in next to me. Make sure he doesn't take my mirror off because he's coming in all crooked. But next time I hope wherever I deliver in a cave will be as nice as this one. It was open enough that I was able to work and maneuver with ease. But I think honestly the hardest part of the day came after that, because I had to pick up also in Kansas City. Where I went to pick up if you know Kansas City right now, I-70 has a lot of road work on those ramps and the exits around, like right there when you get into Kansas City. Well, the GPS wanted me to go down and get off to go to this pickup. Well, I get off and they got the road blocked. So I have to turn around, come back, get on 435 South, and I ended up going down and around the bottom and coming back up through some smaller streets. And once I did that, my GPS was freaking out. Thankfully, I was underweight. The streets were limited to 27 tons, and I'm only 33,000 pounds empty. So that was an issue. Got over to the pickup location, and the actual street that the pickup was on, there's tons of warehouses. I mean, this was an industrial area, and it was not rated for loaded trucks. The road literally was like 27 tons, and my GPS was screaming, no trucks allowed, no trucks allowed. I'm like, this is where I'm picking up, I gotta go here. So I got loaded. They literally loaded me in like 40 minutes. I mean, it's fast. I've got paper plates in the back going to Connecticut for delivery Monday. So I got out of there, and then like the only way to the interstate was no trucks allowed. But all the other trucks have been going through there, so I was like, I don't trust it. And then it wanted me to turn right, but I saw the sign. There was an 11-foot bridge up that way, so I didn't go there. I ended up winging it and hitting an on-ramp that, even though there was a no truck sign, on-ramp was like right there. I didn't even go a quarter mile, and I hit the on-ramp to 70, and then got over here to the Petro. So now the Petro is about 2 hours from Kansas City, not the one that's right outside of Kansas City. So yeah, that's my experience with delivering to a cave and then the bull crap afterwards. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative. Don't forget to like and subscribe.